Imagine a government where the ruler is not only a passionate patron of music, but a trained and highly talented composer. Sound unrealistic? In 17th century Vienna, music was not an ornament of power, it was one of its languages. It shaped public ceremony, private devotion, and imperial identity so deeply that 3 successive emperors wrote music themselves. Under Ferdinand III, the imperial court embraced a modern Italianate musical language. Leading musicians were appointed from Italy, the imperial chapel expanded, and new forms of musical drama began to flourish. Even during the upheavals of the 30 Years' War, correspondence at court speaks of newly composed music and poetry. So music was not a luxury, it was a necessity. This musical inheritance reached its fullest expression under Leopold I, perhaps the most musically gifted, certainly the most prolific of the Habsburg emperors. Leopold was not only a capable composer, but a deeply reflective one. Someone who thought about music as something to be studied, remembered, and contemplated. Leopold kept a private music library in his personal chambers known as the Bibliotheca Cubicularis, the bedchamber library. These were, however, not performance scores meant for rehearsals or revivals. They were bound as objects of memory. Dramatic works the emperor had heard, followed, and absorbed. The volumes were covered in white vellum, stamped with Leopold's portrait in gold, and preserved not for use but for reflection. Remarkably, much of this collection survives today in the Austrian National Library. The scores offer a rare glimpse into how intimately the emperor engaged with music, close enough to even keep it at his bedside. Part of the collection is also this musical treasure, performed during Holy Week of 1661. Repentance, the love toward God, with the lament of the 2 Marys and of the sinners. The music was by Antonio Bertali, an Italian violinist and composer who served for 2 decades as Maestro di Capella at the Viennese court and was one of the most central figures in shaping its musical language. Harmonia Stellarum brings Bertali's Sepolcro to life, along with music by Emperor Leopold himself. So please join us on March the 29th in Houston and on March the 30th in Portland, Texas.